Boxing King Media in association with Boxdom. Malik Scott. Malik, we've just
What's
seen
up, man?
young guns go face to face, risk their O's on the line. Big expectations. Did it live up to the expectations for yourself?
I don't know if it led up to the expectations as far as like you could say what mainstream media believe or the casuals, like you know what I mean. But I know what did live up to its expectations, and that's the devastating power and accuracy of Deontay. Yeah, I'm so ready for Deontay to fight. I said Deontay Davis of Gervonta Davis. So he came through again with a knockout. The stoppage kind of reminded me of like Bernard and Oscar kind of body shot. Like it looked like it went through, but then it looked like it wasn't as clean. But I'm proud of Javante. I'm happy he got the victory, and it's one of the bigger and better things for him. Ryan Garcia did some good things in there. At first, he was trying to push the action, and he learned very early that you just can't walk to these punchers, especially that early in a fight. I don't know where the immaturity in that comes to play, and was it in the training? Was it in just taking life for granted again? But you can't just walk to Gervonta Davis. I don't mean no one. Everyone that just have walked to him without being accountable or responsible, they paid a price. And he paid a price in the second round. And he was lucky and he was gallant enough to get up and continue to try to give an effort. But Gervonta was Gervonta, and shout out to him and his whole team. And everyone's happy.
Do you think the knockdown so early in the fight changed his tactics and maybe made him retreat a bit more?
No, not really. It may have changed his tactics mentally and made him a little bit more fidgety, but I don't remember too much of Ryan Garcia actually backing up a whole lot. It looked like Gervonta was backing up with intent. What was the intent? To make Ryan Garcia run into traps. Like, you know what I mean? That's basically what it was. He ran him into some traps. And the way he ran into some traps was building a false sense of security with the high guard defense, with resetting with his feet. He did a real good job in those moments. And that's actually how he got the second knockdown, because Ryan was coming, kind of gung ho. You can't be gung ho, especially that early with the likes of, Gervonta Davis. So he did what he did. He kind of gave him the roll game when he reset it with his feet. He kind of gave him the Isaac Cruz game when he kept resetting with his feet. And the minute that Ryan would stay still, he would still take his shots. And when Tank is still in and taking shots, those shots hurt. And when he go to the body, he go to the body with bad intentions. So,
What was the biggest difference between both fighters? Was it the boxing IQ? Was it because Gervonta only really used that backhand? He didn't really jab. He just kept lining him up for that backhand.
He really wasn't jabbing that much because of the height difference. And he would put himself at risk at a lot of times if he was jabbing from a southpaw standpoint against the height difference, like Ryan Garcia. So he was looking really for the pop shots to set up the hard shots. Only from what I've seen. I didn't get a chance to really, film study the fight yet, but I did see it. And they packed the house out. Boxing won concerning entertainment. And it looked like Gervonta has the kind of like the Mike Tyson mojo a little bit. When he fight, people show up, and they show up to watch him do what he did tonight. And congratulations to him again.
A lot of people are questioning Brian Garcia when he got dropped with a body shot. Andy Ruiz has come out and said that he should have risked his life more. What did you make of the stoppage? And do you think there was an element of Ryan not getting up because he didn't want to be stopped in a conclusive manner? Or do you think the body shot was that good? He just couldn't get up?
I think it was the body shot. I think things was leaning into the dark places, the dark room for him. And what's the dark room for him? The second half of the fight for anybody when they're fighting Gervonta Davis. So, I think the body shot, it took a toll. I think the mental aspect that Gervonta gave him, that took a toll. Everything that happened to Ryan Garcia tonight was all from Gervonta Davis. Ryan was humble in defeat, and they sold the fight good. And the real thing is, the Gervonta, the Shakurs, and Devin Haney's all fighting each other. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to next. Like, it seems a bit far fetched because of the promoters and everything, but we'll see what happens.
And last question on this fight: who do you want to see Gervonta Davis in with next? Like, what would be a good challenge for him? Do you think?
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, is the best match for Gervonta. And I wouldn't be shocked if that fight goes the distance because he's dealing with someone that's extremely technically sound. He know how to punch in bunches. He know how to control and steal shots to the body and head. He's an underrated puncher, Shakur is. Um, he's so defensively responsible that it'll take some time for Gervonta to catch up to him, like it have took Gervonta time to catch up to a much lower opposition than Shakur. Shakur will have some good moments. Gervonta will have some good moments in that fight. It's a dead even fight. Those are the kind of fights I'm hyped up to see concerning Gervonta. High level right there. From what I seen tonight, that fight was a high level concerning media, concerning
Following.
you could say, yeah, things like that, following, social media, things like that. But pound for pound, skill for skill, I think, Ryan was out of his elements.
And that's it all on that fight. One last question for you. Eddie Hearn's confirmed that he's flying out to Saudi next week to begin talks over this big Wilder AJ fight in December, and it looks like everything's going ahead like it should be. Any update
Yeah.
from your side?
No, just look forward to big things happening over there. Last time I said something was going to happen, the gypsy got on it and said it was bullcrap. But then literally the very next day, the same news came out. So, like, one thing I do know for sure, Deontay is ready. I'm ready. We're pre-camping for pre-camp. And, big things is coming. And Saudi Arabia is definitely in the mix.
Malik Scott, I appreciate your time, brother. You have a good evening and we'll chat soon.
God bless you, brother. Peace.